Sameach. In this vlog, you're going to see everything about Neve's Hanukkah, from the communal lighting to the fall on campus, to everything that to our Hanukkah party, and to Rabbi Refson telling a Hanukkah story. Everything related to Neve Hanukkah is going to be on this vlog. Enjoy. First things first, let's start with these beautiful flowers that came up. You know what they reminded me of? Birds. And they're literally called bird of paradise flowers. That's the name of these beautiful flowers. So let's see some fall pictures of campus. I was complaining of fall colors. I guess I was just looking too early. Look at this pomegranate tree in full fall glory. And these turn yellow and brown. This is fall. Look at this tree. So huge, so beautiful. You can get all the beautiful fall leaves that we use in our compost. So all the girls came and we peeled and we cut and we made salads. Everything was a Mexican theme, as requested from our girls from Mexico. We made churros, and what else were they making here? Rice. It looks like some kind of Mexican rice. Here's more churro making. And we also had some fun with lots of Latino music.
Okay, so Shavuot Tov, Hanukkah Sameach, Hanukkah Sameach to everybody. So we'll first sing some songs of thanks to God. You know, Hanukkah is the Chag of thanking. And this 18-year-old boy called Yitzchak, and he joined Washington's army. George Washington didn't really have a real army, and the English did. It was people who believed in an idea, but the English army was so much stronger. So this Yitzchak says, I joined the army, and he says things were so bad. Winter was coming to America, and it was so cold. And he said, you should know that every night before General Washington used to go to sleep, used to go around the camp and talk to the soldiers. Now, one thing Yitzchak, before he left, his father said, look, I don't know if I'll see you again, I don't know, but please, one thing, promise me, wherever you are. And all of a sudden, we remembered, tonight is Hanukkah. So he was like hiding inside a hole, and he took out his Hanukkah, his menorah, and he lit the candles of Hanukkah, and he was crying, remembering his father, remembering his dream. He's so far. And all of a sudden, he says he feels a soft hand on his shoulder. He turns back, and he sees this is George Washington. He was frightened. Sometimes the spies used to use candles that people should know where they are. He says, are you a spy? Tell me who you are. He told him, General, I want to tell you, I'm a Jew. He says, really, you're a Jew? You're from the nation of prophets? What are you doing? Why are you lighting this Hanukkah light? What's this menorah? What's these lights all about? Telling him the story of Hanukkah. He says, you should know, about 1,800 years ago, there was a small group of people who believed in the idea that if you want to get close to God, it could happen. And they fought against the most powerful nation. He was crying, telling this to George Washington. And he said, all of a sudden he sees tears coming out of Washington's eyes. He says, soldier, thank you so much. He says, don't you see, this is our story. I'm walking around and I see everybody's depression. He says, but thank you for sharing me this light of Hanukkah. And he walked away, George Washington. He says a few months afterwards, they won the wars, you know, the American history. He forgot, he never told anybody about the story who would anyway believe it. And he goes, and he lives in New Jersey, in some town. And he says, it comes Hanukkah, and he takes this Hanukkah menorah and puts it on the window. And he says, all of a sudden, before he's lighting the Hanukkah light, there's a knock on the door. Who's knocking? Who even knows me? He opens the door. This is George Washington. He said, I'll never forget the power. And I remembered the date. He said, it was tonight, 3 years ago, when you lit these candles as well. And the power it gave me to continue the war, because we believe in what we believe. And he gave him a small medal, which I saw with my own eyes, because the grandson lives here in Harnof. And he told him, he writes, I forgot the words, but it is with power, George Washington, something, with power, with light, George Washington. It's a true story that happened. It just shows us the power of the Hanukkah light, Mamish. Not just every year. If we connect to it, we believe in it. If we understand that light, we could light ourselves up, and everything we do will always shine. We believe in it. There might be a war in front of us, but we're gonna win. Good Hanukkah! Good Hanukkah!